Hi, I'm Chef Ange, and welcome to my channel and welcome to my kitchen. On today's episode, I want to show you these amazing and fresh ground beef tacos. These tacos are super easy, they utilize a few store-bought ingredients, so when you're tight on time on a Tuesday, this is a great option for dinner, and they're pretty healthy. So it actually makes it a great option for dinner any night of the week. For the full ingredient list and directions, check the description box below. And while you're down there, take a second to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you can find out when I drop new recipe and tip videos every week. Let's get cooking.
The first thing we're going to do is prep a few vegetables for our corn and black bean salsa. I'm going to dice a half a red onion and a few tomatoes first. I feel like dicing tomatoes gives a lot of people trouble, so here's how I do it. I quarter the tomatoes and then roll them on their skin while pulling a sharp knife through them and just leaving the outer flesh.
We'll wipe out any of the remaining seeds and goo that are inside there, and then we'll slice them and dice them. We'll just turn them sideways and rocker chopper all the way through. Remember, a lot of cooking is organization, so after you're done prepping any of these vegetables, just throw them inside a container and set them aside so you can assemble them for the salsa. For a little bit of freshness in this salsa, we're going to put some cilantro. And if you don't like cilantro, you can totally use parsley, but either way, pull out the thicker stems and really give it a fine chop. There's nothing worse than big chunky leaf garnish. Spend some time and chop it really fine. We're also going to chop up our lettuce, which is going to be a garnish for the taco. Cutting lettuce is really, really easy. You get to chop it really fine. You get to have a snack. And it's so much better than the stuff in the bag, which gets really, really slimy. We're also going to use canned black beans and canned corn. So we'll get out our trusty can opener. We'll open up these cans. A lot of forearm work here. We'll dump the cans inside the strainer, and we'll give it a quick rinse. Once it's drained, we'll throw those in the bowl. Throw those tomatoes in. The red onion. Cilantro. And juice from one lime. We're going to cut the lime in half when we use our juicer. More forearm work. Tacos are great forearm work. Give it a real good squeeze. Some salt. And some fresh ground black pepper. And if you don't want to use fresh ground, you can always use the pre-ground stuff, but fresh ground's always better. We'll give it a good mix until all the ingredients are incorporated together. And we'll take everything in the bowl, and we're going to dump it inside a container. We're going to put it inside the fridge so all the flavors can come together and so it can cool down. Now we're going to make our lime crema, so we're going to throw some Greek yogurt inside of a bowl, sprinkle of salt, more forearm work, half a lime juice, and just a touch of olive oil. We'll whisk this together until everything looks like it's incorporated and it's nice and uniform. And we'll take that, we'll put that in a container, and do the same thing with the salsa. We'll throw it in the fridge and let all the flavors come together. More forearm work shredded cheese. I don't like using pre-cut cheese or pre-shredded cheese. It has a coating on the outside of it that makes it a little chalky. So I always like shredding cheese. You got to make sure that you're really, really careful with your fingers. This is super dangerous. Be careful. I'm crazy. And it's so satisfying when you pull that out. And we're doing it on top of a paper towel because check out this trick. We just flow the paper towel and inside the container it goes. Another little tip for making ground beef tacos is to break up the beef by hand before it gets in the pan. Those vacuum sealed blocks need a lot of work in order to get chopped up inside the pan. So just break it up a little bit with your hands before it goes in the pan. Now we're going to make our taco seasoning. So we're going to throw a bunch of chili powder in there. And this is also some Ange chili powder for a little flavor backup. Chef Ange base seasoning. There's a link in the description. Smoked paprika. Bunch of cumin, a little oregano, and some baking powder. The baking powder is going to help make sure that that beef gets a nice good texture on the outside of it. Once all the ingredients inside your shaker, make sure the cap's on, and give it a good shake till it all looks the same. And if you're not sure if it's taco seasoning, smell it, and it smells just like taco seasoning. So now we're going to get a cast iron pan or any heavy pan hot over a medium-high heat. We're going to throw in that crumbled ground beef, and we're going to break it up a little bit more, but a lot of the work's already been done. We're going to continue chopping it with a wooden spoon, or if you have one of those fancy meat grinders, you can always use one of those. We're going to give it the first of the season with the taco seasoning. So while we're mixing in the seasoning with the beef, we're going to attack any of those big boulders in there and chop them up so we get them into nice little pieces. We'll give it another little bit of a season, and we'll keep mixing it. Once it's about fully cooked, we're going to add our garlic in there. And we're going to give that a little bit of a mix till it starts to smell, probably just about like a minute before garlic becomes fragrant. Then we're going to put some tomato sauce or some strained tomatoes, and we're going to mix that up. It's going to incorporate with the seasoning. It's going to make it really nice and saucy so that ground beef isn't dry. We're going to give it our final season and give it a final mix, and this beef is good to go. One of the things I suggest to prep right before you make the tacos is the avocados. And keep it on the cutting board, spin it around. Don't cut avocados in your hand. We're going to open it up. You're going to remove the pit. And then we're going to take the skin off so we can slice it. So we're going to cut the ends off. And then we're going to peel it. And remember, avocados are just like eggs and people. Some of them are really difficult, so you just need patience and just take your time. And then we're going to take a thin and sharp knife, and we're going to pull them through and push them nice and flat. One of the other store-bought ingredients we're going to use are these crispy stand and stuff shells. I love these because they stand up on their own. You could fit plenty inside of them. And no shame here using the box stuff. It is Taco Tuesday and we're trying to move fast. But the secret here is taking them and warming them up in the oven before you use them. It makes them nice and crispy and takes away that like fiberglass feeling. So now we'll take our avocado and we'll put that on the bottom. Take some of our seasoned ground beef. We'll put that inside the tacos. And don't be stingy with the ground beef. Really get them in there. You know, protein's important to have, and there's nothing worse than having a taco that's all filling and all shell. Next up's our corn and black bean salsa. We'll take a spoonful each, and we'll throw that right on top. Then we're going to put that shredded lettuce on. That shredded cheese. Dot them up with the lime crema. The last thing we're going to do is take a jalapeno slice and throw it on top, and it's a beautiful little garnish, and if you don't like spicy, totally leave it off. But now check out how awesome these tacos look. They look healthy, they look tasty, they're super duper colorful. Nobody's going to be upset if it's Tuesday and this is what you made for dinner. They're going to be asking this for every Tuesday from now on.
Don't these tacos look awesome? Let's give one of them a shot. I mean, there's nothing that you can't not like about this. We'll take a little lime juice and put it right over the top. Happy Taco Tuesday. Oh no. I'm gonna finish this taco. I'm probably gonna finish the rest of these. Let me know in the comments section how your tacos come out. Click the like button if you like this video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for new recipe and tip videos. I'm Chef Ange, and thanks for watching.